know, around the farm, it's always useful to have a bit of muscle. The same could be said for the automotive world. However, some of that automotive muscle, it's tough to use it 12 months of the year. However, today, we may have just found the answer to that. Meet the 2021 Dodge Challenger GT all-wheel drive. What defines a muscle car? Now, some people are going to say, oh, you know, it's high horsepower, it's burning rubber. No. To me, what it's about is pride of ownership. When you stand next to this car, you feel a certain pride. This is a good-looking car. It's an impressive-looking car.
The all-new 2008 Dodge Challenger SRT will have things that made its predecessors one of the most storied muscle cars in automotive history. But it's also going to have the latest in technologies and amenities that didn't even exist when the original Challenger was developed. And that's truly something to be passionate about. So in a sense, the Challenger legacy has been passed down in the same way a father passes down his legacy to his son.
Now, in 2008, they brought this shape out. It hasn't changed that much. You know, maybe a different shape hood, different wheels. But the basic shape has stayed the same. But you know what I like about it? This is still fresh. For those who can remember back in the day, these vehicles, it was all about performance and looks. They really didn't care too much about creature comforts. Well, I'm pleased to say things have changed. You know, we've got everything from heated, ventilated seats, we've got heated steering wheel, we've got a great display here. You know what? It feels good inside. In fact, it feels as good inside as it does standing outside next to this vehicle. I really do like these seats. You know, sometimes when they go for that sport route, they end up pinching you, they're tight and they kind of hold you too much. These are just right. There's enough room to give you a little bit of movement so you're kind of comfortable and relaxed, but they've got nice bolsters on the side here that, you know, if you do start to have a bit of fun and throwing around, you're not going to be falling out of them. The other thing which I must say, I'm 6'1", and when you get into some of these cars, you know, I find a head touching the roof all the time. Here, I got ample room, even with the sunroof here, I've got ample room. This 8.4 display screen, it's got, you know, your media, you've got your climate, there's apps on here, you've got navigation. There's also one interesting piece of this that we're going to come back to. Let's talk about safety. Now, as you'd expect, this has the full array of front and side impact airbags. However, we did mention this before, this is an older design. And because of that, perhaps, the IIHS safety rating for this is marginal. Now, that's not bad, but it's not good. So there is room for improvement there. Under the hood here, we've got a 3.6 V6 tried and tested Pentastar engine producing 305 horsepower, 268 feet-pound of torque. This power is then transferred through an 8-speed transmission to all 4 wheels. However, this vehicle is predominantly a rear-wheel drive. It automatically selects the front when you press sport mode, or rather interestingly, when the wipers come on. So as soon as it starts to rain and you switch those wipers on, this vehicle automatically goes into all-wheel drive. That's smart. Now, we mentioned earlier that there's something a little bit special in this display, and this is how you get to it. There's a button here called Super Track Pack. You press it, And now it allows you to adjust and personalize the settings for the vehicle. You can go into sport mode setup and you can change the engine transmission from sport to normal. You can turn the paddle shifters off, traction control off, or you can set the steering, sport, normal, comfort. But go back, hit launch control, and you can activate the launch control. You can set a timer so that you can time yourself 0 to 100. This will even give you feedback on G-forces produced. You know, I know people are going to say it's gimmicky, perhaps especially when we are talking about a V6 here, but you know what? It's entertaining and it gives you a little bit kind of something different, a bit more value for money, right? Wow. You know, for a V6, that's not a bad sound, is it? While we're talking about performance, 0 to 100 kilometers an hour, we recorded 6.4 seconds. That's not bad, you know. Now, of course, this is a sizable vehicle, but, you know, it doesn't really feel like you've got that sense that you're in a muscle car, and you do tend to sit in it. It's not like a smaller, roadster where you kind of more sit on it. But for a sizable car, it handles pretty good. Let's talk fuel economy. Now, as you know, our typical drive cycle is around 300 kilometers. About 180 kilometers of that would be highway. The number we returned was 11.5, which is along the lines of what the manufacturers state. While not perhaps exceptional, it certainly is acceptable. As with all vehicle reviews, there's always going to be a few ifs and buts. Pros and cons, if you like. Let's address a few of those little niggly ones. The first one is the door handle. They're just too slippery. They could be improved. Inside, they could do with a little bit more cubby space, a few more little pockets to put things. For a big car, there's really not a great deal of storage inside. Thirdly, the mirrors. They look good, but they could maybe just a little bit bigger. Let's look at the pros. First off, it's a muscle car that you can use 12 months of the year. Second, pricing for this icon is perfect. And it's built right here in Canada. But perhaps the icing on the cake for this gorgeous looking vehicle is the color. Dodge calls it hell-raising. Doesn't that just say it all?